It's Miss Lee here with you on our Wednesday night show. And with me, I have none other than Cash himself. Cash, what's up,
How's it
man?
going? How you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling good.
Got that big blue spirit in the atmosphere after the
That's
big
right. That's right.
after the big dub. Hey, it's a W.
It is. No matter how you get it, it's a win. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the finals all that matters, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited. A lot of fun basketball that was watched. Of course, we started off a little shaky in the first half, but then the second half, the adrenaline started going, and we started cooking them boys like we were supposed to do, handle business.
That's right. Well, Jasper, hitting that one huge shot that he hit kind of lit him up a little bit, and then
That was a nice bucket.
and then, you know, Colin.
Remember that play right before the end of the first half? Right there at the end of the first half, I feel like Mark Pope drew it up
Yeah.
after the timeout where Jasper drove the lane and then threw the alley oop to Brandon Garrison.
Yes.
That was a nice sign of chemistry right there. It got a little
That was.
momentum started.
That
Yeah.
was, and it did. And you hate to see it come so late in the first half.
Hmm.
You hate to see it come right before halftime because you start getting that momentum going and now you have to stop. But I
Right.
think they did a really good job of bringing it back.
Yes.
Once they got their legs under them when the second half started, I think they did a good job of bringing that back. What's up,
Yeah.
Travis?
Absolutely. What's going on, chat?
So, I just,
Nice
me.
execution. I mean, it boils down to execution. That no matter how you start, matters how you finish. And we're talking about, the first game of the season against, I don't want to call them Cupcake City, but a game that we are definitely projected and expected to win, pull off the W. So we definitely handle business clearly, but we're judging it off a crazy fanatic Kentucky Wildcat fan perspective.
Yes, we are.
We
We
should have beat
are.
them by 75.
I know, right?
we
But
should
I
have
mean,
cooked them, but we got them about 26.
yeah, we beat them,
Yeah,
and yeah, like you said, you don't want to call them cupcakes, but we were projected to win this game, and
right.
that's why everybody was worried. I will say, I'm so grateful Aberdeen played
Man, he looks smooth out
because
there. That brother.
Denzel.
Whew.
I said it before, and I'll say it again. He is monumental to
Hmm.
the squad. Um,
Hmm.
he, the way he
100%.
can bring the ball up the court, the way he can get the ball around to other guys. It's almost like he sees a couple of plays ahead. Like he's really good at opening up a lane and taking that. If he sees it, he's going.
Absolutely.
You know,
I like his pace. I like how he changes his pace up. He can handle the ball like extremely comfortable. He's very athletic. He's poised when he shoots his threes, handles the ball well. He's got court vision, and he can beat the press with his ball handling skills.
yeah. And he
Mhm.
can. And I think we're gonna see a lot of games. Well, Kentucky's always been a second half team. We all
I
know
was
this.
gonna mention that. Like I know last year that was kind of like a
We've
model of us a little bit.
we've always been like that. It's not
Yeah.
been just the past couple years. If you watch any game we play, somewhere around the 7 minute mark of the second half, we always just kick it into another gear that we didn't even know we had.
Like the
And
comeback cats.
yes, and we just did that
98.
last night.
Right. Yeah.
At the 7 minute mark is when we really started, gelling and scoring. And what's up, Christopher? And I ain't gonna lie. When we were sitting there and it was 9-4, 12-4, I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting here going, we ain't even gonna get 50 points this game.
They just came out a little flat footed.
They did. They had to get their rhythm.
Just the jump shot, just the shots weren't falling and the type of shots. I feel like in the second half, another thing that they executed well that they didn't quite in the first half. I feel the first was a little bit more free flow. The second half, I feel like those shots started to come within the rhythm of the offense a little bit more.
Yeah, it did. And I think, again, we kind of discussed this a little bit ago. What's up, Moonshine Mafia? Um, we kind of discussed this a little while ago, just you and I. Colin Chandler,
Yes.
you put
Yo,
him in that you put him
Colin
in that
Sam.
two, and he doesn't miss. He
Yo,
is a
he's meant for
true
that.
two.
Yeah, he's meant for that spot. Obviously, when he
Yeah.
took off flying and catching
He,
bodies out
he
there, you know what I
yep.
mean? I had to mention it.
Yeah, you had to. I mean, and everybody, my new nickname for Colin Chandler is Air Mormon. Gonna start calling him Air Mormon instead of Air Jordan. What
Hey,
he
rightfully so. Rightfully so.
dude, that cockback was a Jordan.
hmm hmm
Like I've never seen
That was the
anybody
key.
else.
That was the key to that one. The way he tomahawked it back, like Sean Kemp,
Yes.
he bought that thing back from. Yeah, that
It
was
was
nasty
almost
work.
yeah, it was. And I mean Lil Wayne liked it too.
I feel like we're gonna see more. We're gonna see more of that though. I feel like that's kind of like his
That's his
DNA a
thing.
little bit right now. Yeah,
It is. And I mean we all saw him jump over Coach and Mrs. Pope,
yeah.
you know.
Because he looked at
So
Buddy after he landed it on him. He looked like, yo, you jumped? Like, yo, what's wrong with you? You lost your mind.
I did I did watch a video interview with him, and
hmm
they asked him, they said, what about that dunk? And he said, I have never had anybody jump with me. He said, this is the first time I have ever
Yeah.
had anybody jump with me. And they said, what did you say to him afterwards? After that dunk, he said, I
hmm
really don't remember, but I think it was something like, thanks for jumping with me.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Somebody was laughing and said that what he probably turned around and said was, I'll pray for you.
Yeah. The Mormon mama
Yeah.
he got on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo,
But that was sweet.
that was crazy one.
There's never
Electrifying.
been a dunk like that in Rupp that I've seen. Like
And there's been some nasty ones. I can't think. It's hard to determine. It's so tough to determine dunks, but yeah, that one was different. That one was definitely different. I don't know where to rate it.
I,
You rated number one?
it was
At
number
10.
one on it. It was number one on Sports Center last night. It should have been 1 through 10 by itself.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you respectfully. Well, Chandler got them boingers.
Yep. I
Phew.
still call him Spider Monkey though. Every time he was like this around everybody and jumping back and forth and being so quick, I was still yelling, "Go Spider Monkey!" So it's because he's just so quick and he's all up in your face.
And then after that,
Like,
it got him in a rhythm. It took his game to another level after that dunk. I don't know what time he nailed that. He made that play. I don't know what time it said on the clock, but after that, I mean, he developed even just more rhythm, more confidence.
he hit three in a row or two in a
Yeah,
row,
yeah.
two or three in a
I
yeah.
noticed that. Shout out to
Oh,
Kyle.
Mercury said I felt that dunk all the way down in South Carolina.
He caught a body on that one, ball.
Yeah, he did. What's up, Dougie? How's it going? It should be on the cover of sports magazines. It should. And I saw an article that everybody, um, like sports people from Yahoo Sports to all the sports things, like had comments
Yeah.
that were made about that. So it should be on
It
the
was
cover
lit
of all
up. It
sports
went viral.
magazines.
That's going down in history.
It's bad what's going on with Tyron Stokes. What's going on with Tyron Stokes?
The latest I seen is that he boiled it down to three schools.
Oh
And
yeah,
the
that's
three
right.
schools were Kentucky, Kansas, and I believe Oregon still.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I haven't
That's the
heard anything
latest.
else.
Yeah.
That's the last I saw about it. So I don't know. I don't know.
But shout out to the whole squad though. That was a nice first outing. It was just fun and a breath of fresh air. It's been a long time coming for it to actually count and go on our record. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a nice one, and one we could build off of. Of course, there's a lot to work on. I feel like they can work on the chemistry a little bit as far as the rhythm of the flow of the offense. I feel like our strength is defense right now. As far as on the defensive end, that's kind of what held us down, to my
Yeah.
understanding. Yeah,
Yeah, the defense kept us in, especially that first half. The defense was huge in that first half.
yeah.
Second best only to Dirk Minifield against Mississippi State. Ooh, I remember that. That was a nasty, nasty dunk.
I know, I can name a few UK ones. It's always fun to go down the line and think about the
He got suspended.
who's that?
Tyron Stokes got suspended.
I don't,
Got into an altercation. Oh, y'all, I got to be checking
suspend
on this
suspended from what though?
from school.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll come out eventually, whatever it is. They're not gonna
Stokes
hesitate.
is leaving Notre Dame Academy and will be playing his season somewhere else, possibly even reclassifying and redshirting at UK.
He got in trouble?
I got to look
Hmm.
because you know it's going to be like the first thing that pops up under his name. Yeah, withdrawals from Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre
This is
Dame
about
High School.
yeah, this is gonna be breaking news right here.
Yeah, he was born in Louisville. Let's see, 3 hours ago, 1 hour ago. Here we go. Number one recruit, Notre Dame acknowledges his decision to withdraw and explore new opportunities. We appreciate the contributions he made. We wish him the best.
Mm.
That's all this says. This doesn't say anything about an altercation, but I don't know.
No telling.
Yeah, we don't know. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I
that's pretty
mean,
wild.
all this going on. I mean, if he reclassifies to UK, all right.
Hey,
But
I
you know
know
what?
the thing about it is there's a certain standard here though. So like we have to I mean we know what the standard is for sure, but uh just I feel like I remember back in the day, Patino, he would try to force players to commit early. He's like,
Yeah,
yo, do you want to be a part of this club?
or
Do you
not.
want to be a part of it? Because the chemistry starts early in the way he sets his programs up.
Right.
So, but
Well,
there's no telling.
with Stokes, everybody wants Stokes. He's a good ball player and all that stuff. But honestly, I've kind of got a little bit of a different kind of vibe on him. Like maybe he's not a good fit for us. Like, I mean,
You
as
never
far as
know.
I know, but I mean, as far as like attitude, like
Well, that's
chip
what
on
I was
his
getting to
shoulder.
a little bit. But that's what I was alluding to slightly. But I remember, there's players that ended up coming to Kentucky uh, previously that it did not work out. And then we just didn't, we didn't see him or hear from him as much.
Right.
But they didn't ended up playing. They didn't end up staying at the program and playing and performing as expected. They came here. It didn't work out. They left. Was it Khalil Whitney or something?
Yeah, Khalil Whitney.
Players like Khalil Whitney, and there's a few. So
Well,
who
but
knows
I
what
mean,
happened?
he may be one of those like if he does have an issue, if he does have a temper, if he does have some kind of, God complex, whatever, like he thinks he's all that, wants to be the star on the team, we don't want him. And Pope won't take him. And, people get upset about guys that they say we missed on. And I've hit on this a few times. When people say, um, like, oh, we missed on so and so, or we missed on so and so. It's not always us missing on them. It's Pope saying you're not right.
That's factual. I mean, it doesn't work for a reason. There's a
Right.
certain spirit here, and you're right. You're right. It just, you know, I know this. I know that, yeah, in the history, Kentucky has set a class type of standard to where it is a certain level. You know what I mean? There's a certain attitude, a certain passion, playing for the name of the jersey,
Yep.
all that good stuff. So you're right.
Yeah. I mean,
I
if
mean,
you don't fit the standard, we don't want you anyway. He got into an altercation with another student. He got suspended, and then okay. Now, see, here's the thing.
But we're not saying that about him. We're just saying allegedly. We don't know. But yeah, we do have
I
a
let
standard.
so if you allegedly got into an altercation with someone, okay, hear
Mhm.
me out, and you got suspended, you take your punishment and you deal with it. You don't withdraw from the school because oh now you're butthurt because you got suspended.
Mhm. Word.
I mean, take deal with it. You got suspended. Do your
Yeah.
suspension and go back to school. Why are you just all of a sudden going to be like, well, I'm not coming here no more? To me, that's the wrong kind of attitude.
Mhm.
And maybe that's some kind of spoiled attitude and maybe something we don't want.
Man, I hope his attitude. I don't know much about him. All I know is he's the number one pick, and he's just been there's just been speculation that he could come here, he couldn't. But I do remember this. Like I do remember the old school way. It's a little bit more, are you coming or not? So
Right,
we can
right.
get
It
going.
was.
You
And,
know, it was like,
and that's
yeah.
something else that bothers me about these guys taking 5, 6 months of this, dragging it on and on and on. It's either a yes or no. I know you have to stop and think about things. I know you have to figure out what's best for you, but it shouldn't take a year and a half of all this hoopla
So
to
I'm
be
saying.
able to make a decision.
That's fine. Well, I mean, me as a player, I would want to get in and get comfortable early anyway. But that's just me personally.
Right. And I just, yes or no. I mean,
And
I'm
man,
sorry, but if Mark Pope was making me a proposition, it wouldn't be that hard to answer and it wouldn't take me 8 months.
shout out to Mark Pope in the game, man.
We
Yeah, for
love you
sure.
guys. We
Yeah,
love the whole team. Shout out Mark Pope. But
and
yeah,
yeah, I mean, I feel like it's somewhat of they're trying to build the anticipation. It's like coming out with a movie, right?
right.
We don't know if the movie's gonna be great or not, but let's build this anticipation so I can build my marketability, my value, or whatever. Which or however they feel, it may just make them feel like they're gaining that, or whatever the case may be. Or they could be weighing their options seriously, and it may be taking them that much time. But I just remember, I feel like somebody like Patino, he's like, "Hey, you coming?"
He's like the godfather though. You're not gonna sit there and take time with him.
Yeah,
You
he
know,
probably trying to hurry up and get going.
yeah, he's the godfather. He's not gonna you got a choice, yes or no. Are you coming? So let's talk a little bit about the schedule.
Word.
What
So
do
we got
you
Valparaiso.
right? What do
What do
you
you know about? What you gonna ask me? Go ahead.
what do you see like as far as we all know free throws is one thing we need to work on desperately.
I was gonna
Um
pinpoint that. Yeah.
desperately. But going into the game against Valparaiso, what do you think? Who do you think needs to step up in the next game against Valparaiso?
Well, there's a few players that automatically come to mind when you say that. If you go down the line, I feel like Otega Owe, he showed that he's the star. He gave us 13. He could have had more than 13 of what he had, but I feel like he was just being unselfish there toward the end because we already had the game won
Yeah.
in the bag. But if you go down the line from the stars all the way to the role players and whatnot, I feel like Cam Williams needs to step it up as far as his role play and what he's going to be. Now, I feel like he is going to. I feel like his confidence is going to get higher and higher as a player. And we have to remind ourselves that on the offensive end, we may not see 10 to 12 to 15 shots from a player. All the shots will be limited. Therefore, it's hard to judge and determine how good an offensive player is performing on the offensive end whenever he doesn't get as many shots as he usually is. You know what I mean? Now we can determine that if he gets majority of the shots. What I mean? If he puts up 12 to 15, okay, so we can judge
Right.
off that. But as far as the offense and the defensive end, I want to see a lot more out of Cam Williams as far as him being just to do it all wingman. We've seen spurts. I think he had a nice dunk or something like that the other night.
Yeah.
When he took off on the fast break, that was brilliant. No, I'm
Yeah,
not
that
gonna hold you,
was.
that was cool. But
Yeah.
I think on the perimeter, I think he's gonna start lightening it up a little bit more than what he is because I feel like he is a good shooter. He just hasn't adjusted to the flow of his role on the team yet all the way. But I think he'll get more and more comfortable as the season progresses. Same as Yella. I think Yella has a lot of potential. I think he'll start deciding when he wants to be active on the offensive end and when he doesn't. And that'll play a role in how effective he is. But as far as his defensive ability, as far as the way is he can rebound the ball, I feel like he showed that he plays very hard. He
Yes, he
plays
does.
aggressive. He's got a nice body on him, Paul's as far as his strength. So I feel like we're gonna see a lot more out of him and a few other players, but that's just two that really stand out right now.
With me, I would say Moreno.
Him
Uh,
too. I think his free throw, yeah, he needs to work on the free throw line for sure too.
free throws, yes.
Yeah.
But Moreno, there were a few times he was up against the rim against somebody, and his man got past him two or three times, like
A little flat footed. Yeah.
different plays. Yeah, he was a little flat. Um, he to me it just looked like he needed
Yeah.
to, stay with your man.
Yeah,
But
he
he
could
got
definitely
he
do some.
got beat.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
got beat a few times, and I
Yeah.
think that's going to be huge, especially with us not having JQ yet.
Yeah. Have to
Um,
slide his feet down there.
yeah, he
And he
needs
plays
he
hard too. But yeah, you're right. He needs to step it up a little bit, especially with the competition that's coming on.
yeah, because I mean we're gonna need him.
Yeah.
We need him to do something. Yeah, Trent's in a boot. I was trying to avoid talking about that, but
I
they
know it,
say
man.
they say 1 to 2 weeks on Trent is what I've heard.
Word.
He was
Okay.
sprained his ankle. It's not broken. It doesn't need surgery. But I heard 1 to 2 weeks, which means Trent won't be in the game against the Ville.
I seen what he did to his ankle, and I've done
I
it as a.
watched it.
Oh, let me tell you, as a ball player, like me and the previous player, I've done that a million gazillion times. I know exactly how it feels, and it's gonna be swore. It's gonna be swollen on the side, right there on the side of the bone,
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Rolled that
Shout
ankle.
out, yeah. Shout out to the Mount Holler Baller. Whatever. Yeah. Is that him? The Holler Baller.
Yep. No,
Word.
well, the holler baller or the mountain mamba.
Mount Mamba. Yeah. Shout out to the Mount Mamba, man. He need to
I
get
like
back out there.
holler baller too. That's a good one. I like that too.
But I do.
But
I want to see. That sucks that he may not be able to play against Louisville. It's like
yeah, he won't be.
being
Yeah.
the hometown boy and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Better informed. What's up? Yeah, Moreno, crazy potential, just needs to get the ball at its highest point and he'll be a beast. That is
Absolutely,
true.
absolutely. Because he does
That
have
is
great hands out there. If you throw it
eh,
down there to him, he's gonna catch it. Because I remember, I remember was it Zell
yeah.
Aberdeen? He did his penetration thing, got to the lane, and then he swooped it over there. He hit him with that nice dish, and he caught the ball and slammed it home. So it's there. It's just
eh,
maybe a little more consistency and a little bit more aggression.
Yeah.
But
Midnight or Moonshine Mafia says, "What do you think of post game comments about not working on offense yet and being purely defensively so focused so far?" I think it's brilliant
I can
because
tell. Yeah.
the defense is going to keep you in the game.
Hmm.
Um, I firmly believe that. I firmly believe that you're going to need the defense. You know, I'm
Hmm.
glad they're doing it. I'm glad they're focusing on one thing and not the other. Moreno does need to dunk Travis. You're right, Dougie.
Yeah.
Great point. And I
Yeah.
said that last night after the post or in the post game. Marino needed to pass out of those double teams.
And
He's
do it
holding
quickly.
on to the but he's holding on to the ball and he's bringing the ball low. That's
Right.
how
Like
you
he
get the
like
ball
like like he
taken
said
away.
in the chat, you got to keep it to the highest point and make a quick decision when you feel
Yeah,
the defense coming.
right. But you can't sit
Yeah.
there and have the ball down here where the shorties can get you.
Yeah. He got caught in the spider's web a couple times down
He
there.
did. Yeah, he did. So that's something he needs to work on.
Yeah.
Himself.
I just got a
But
lot of favor with him being young because I feel like,
he's really moldable.
yeah, he's
And,
coachable, he's calm, he's smart.
yeah.
So if he has that much potential, I feel like we'll see more come out of him.
Oh, he's going to be huge. I tell you what, next year, he stays here and everything. Next year, he's going to be something. Like he will be helping lead this team, and I think he will be a force to be reckoned with next year.
Hmm.
I really do. BG, your thoughts on BG's performance last night?
Thoughts on BG? I feel like BG, he was basically BG. He got easy buckets in the paint. I feel like he's working on his passing ability. I feel like he's still playing aggressively. He's getting rebounds. I would like to see him be a little bit more selective when he shoots from the perimeter, which I know Pope is like threes, 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 splash the triple. But with BG, we don't need you to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
that's to be real. We don't need you to do that, BG. We love you. And he's a cool
Yeah.
kid. But if he held that thing up and just, I mean, we got shooters that'll splash him all day, every day. If he just makes the right decision with the basketball, but as far as being in the paint, banging with the big fellas and getting easy buckets down low, I feel like that's what BG is gonna do. He's gonna get garbage buckets. I feel like he just needs to lock in. And if he locks all the way into his role, and I hate to say don't shoot any threes. Don't
He
shoot any
makes
threes,
them
but
though sometimes
that
when he
yeah, that
does.
right, that's what's tricky. That's what's tricky. So maybe it's situational. Maybe shooting, this is preseason. This is against Nichols. Throw a couple up there, see how you can spin it and win it. But, then we got the other competition. You might want to throw that thing to Denzel. You know what I mean? Then we get the you want to catch Colin on the wing or something. You know what I mean? But, like I said, it's a seesaw effect with him. But BG be all right because his attitude is always great. And he always just plays hard and he's a great teammate.
Right. And he is, and he's out there for the team. And I think he's been big on taking some of the guys under his wing, as far as what it's like to play at Kentucky, what that feels like, how,
Absolutely.
what you're expecting, what the people expect of you, what the Big Blue Nation expects of you. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
What the coach expects is one thing, what the team expects is something else. But then you've got the Big Blue Nation, and, you know,
He
they do
reminds me
it.
so much of Jamal McGlure for some reason. Just
Oh my
his,
gosh.
his why is it? What is his approach of the game? His size?
It's
Is it
how he carries himself when he's
yeah?
going up the floor. He looks like Jamal McGlure. I never even thought about
And
that.
then his attitude towards the game, because McGlure had a little bit of that Rodman behind him. He'd kind of taunt you and get underneath your skin a little bit, and pick
Right?
on you, elbow you a little bit. BG can he can get down a little bit.
Yeah, he can. And
Shout out to
yeah,
BG, man.
yeah, we love you, BG. Your trash talking last year got you a couple technicals, but that's how that
For
goes.
sure. For sure. He got a little
But we
DeMarcus Cousins about him.
he did, he does for sure. That was the first thing I thought. I was like,
I want to see BG put somebody on the poster next.
wouldn't that
I
be
want to see
awesome?
that'd be word. I would love to see that.
I have a feeling that when JQ gets in there, he's going to be postering quite a few people too.
Woo! And see with him and JQ, I feel like they should just be rebounding defensive machines. Now the thing about BG, he's playing some D out there too now.
He really is. He really is. And you know,
He
it's
gets his
better than last year.
he seems a step quicker than last year as well.
Well, he's also got some weight on him too, and that helps with the physicality. It helps him bust his way through some people a little bit better, like down in the paint and fight a little
Yeah.
tougher. Because when
Mhm.
he was lacking that other 15, 20 pounds or whatever, it was like, some of these guys you could just go, it's like put on some weight so it can't just blow you over.
Yeah, so yeah, and you're right. It is a big difference from last season. I feel like offensively he has gotten better, and defensively, I thought BG's made some improvement and some adjustments to his game coming in, and I think he's worked on it in the summer.
Can we talk about how fearless Jasper Johnson is?
Ooh, and how smooth and confident he is, how well he handles the ball, and how long his arms are,
It's like a
and
walk in
how
the
well,
park for him.
and
It
he
is
can just every time he shoots, he's one of the players. Every time he lets it rip, I feel like it's going directly in the goal. I do.
yeah.
I feel like Jasper Johnson. Every time the announcer yells his name and I'm watching the game, I think it's something brilliant and successful is getting ready to happen.
Yeah. Well,
I
they
do.
said last night he made one of his threes, and they said that they actually have a machine that shows how purely the ball goes through the net, and
Ripping and roping that thing.
that last corner three he shot that went in, they
Yeah.
said that was 100% pure. It was just like it didn't like it had the perfect space away from the rim and everything, and I was
Uh,
like, I
that
am not
Kentucky
surprised.
touch. Where's he from? Tell the people where he from.
That's right, Lexington, Kentucky.
Lex. Lex. Letting that
Big
net
city of
rip like that.
Lex. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Making
Just think about
everybody
it.
proud.
This is manifestation. This is destination for Jasper. And I feel like he's scary. I feel like he's a scary freshman good. And they should be talking about what, SEC freshman of the year and things of that nature.
Yeah,
I feel like you
yeah,
ought to go ahead and throw him in that pot already.
yeah. He does. And oh, better informed. That's the same thing I said. He's got that Malik Monk, Jamal Murray, Rob Dillingham kind of
He's smooth.
vibe
And
to
that
him.
lefty. There's something about those smooth lefties. I mean, he plays the game with tremendous confidence. And I feel like he's kind of just like Denzel as far as you can put him at the two and he can be a scoring machine because his offense abilities is just his bag is heavy. I mean, tremendous. He's from the perimeter. He's going to, and then he's taking you to the cup. He's doing the scoop layups. He's crossing you up. He's sizing you up. He's got different levels to his game at a young age, and this is fun to watch. Yeah, yeah, I like Jasper.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, he is smooth. He's gonna be so much
Super
fun to
smooth.
watch. Peanut says if Moreno made 60% of his free throws and we shot 35% from three, that game would have gone a lot better. Shooting is our main weakness. Y- You know, I'm going to say until we get free throws down, because there's going to come a game, and I've said this before, there is going to come a game where it's going to come down to free throws.
Right. And I feel like
Moonshot,
when people talk about having a key point guard, when you talk about getting Jalen Lowe back out there, which Aberdeen he can't play the point for sure,
right.
but you're right. Late in the game, who's going to be able to control the ball, protect the ball, get the ball up court safely, get us into
Exactly.
our offensive sets, and hit free throws at the end of the game. So
Yeah, no. And what is this? LA, she throwing some red lipstick in the sun. I don't wear red lipstick. I don't own anything red. Never gonna happen.
somebody just prank called you. Hmm.
Yeah, I just use my little nose color, but not gonna ever wear any red. What are y'all thoughts on 2K? Came to Lexington, scam players to be in the NBA 2K. I am stoked about that. I was gonna bring that up.
What is it?
So NBA 2K came to Lex and scanned the players. They're gonna put them in next year's 2K games.
Okay, word. I've seen Brandon and Trent standing in front of the 2K. Something
That's
that said
why
2K on the back.
they're
Yeah,
scanning them to use them in next year's 2K26.
that's hard body. I like
I know,
that.
right? I don't
About
even play
time.
it. I don't even play it, but I might have to actually get the game and start playing it
So that means this squad is going to be on the game.
next year.
Nice.
So, like I said, I've never
Yeah, you
played
got
it,
to play it now. What you talking about?
but I'm gonna have to maybe get it and play it. So, yeah.
PS5, smooth 600.
My ex son-in-law has one right in the next room.
There you go. You're already in the business.
Yeah, I'd be like, you need to. He works nights, so where I'll be while he's at work. You know,
I
one
miss it.
question, one question
So,
I have for Mark Pope. If I ever got to ask him a question, and when I met him, I didn't get a chance because he was too busy. But one question I want to ask him, I just want to ask him if he knows the Contra code. And if you're old school, you'll know what that means.
Contra code.
Yeah, there's a game. It's on
The game
Peanuts.
Contra. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a code that you can put in that gives you like unlimited lives, weapons, and all.
Ooh,
there's
I got something old school. I got something old school up here. You see that poster in the
oh
top?
yes.
What's that?
Oh my gosh.
You see that?
Yes. Where did you get the California raisins poster?
Ah,
Dude,
that's throwback, ain't it?
dude, I have a Nintendo, an original from
Oh,
back in the.
word.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, what's
I'm an
up,
old soul.
James? What's up, James?
What's going
Uh,
on, Big Blue?
seen
What's
somewhere
cracking
earlier they
lacking?
were going to retire John Wall's jersey during the North Carolina game. You know what? He deserves it.
Absolutely. I thought it was already retired.
I did too, but he deserves that for real,
Absolutely.
Travis.
Absolutely. For sure.
He does. He totally deserves it. Up, down, up, down, left, right, down, select star. Peanut, you're awesome. I love you for that. That is exactly it.
Wow. Contra?
Yes. Go, Peanut. Yes, it is true. They are retiring that. Moonshine Mafia knows it too. I love you guys right now.
It sounds like
Ah!
A Mortal Kombat fatality.
It kind of does finish him. Yeah.
Yeah. Left. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Finish. Oh,
That and Street Fighter, that's what I used to get busy on.
yeah, I used to play Street Fighter too. I got a question for you because I talked about this on the post game last night too, and you weren't here, so I want to ask you. So during the first half of the game, were you like, okay, I was yelling at them to shoot. I was yelling at, shot clock going down. I'm yelling, shoot. And I was yelling at my TV. But then the second half, I was cheering and up and happy. Like I went from one to the other.
All right.
So what do you, I mean,
What's
were
my
you the
question? How'd
same?
I feel?
Were you the same way?
Was I up and down? Is that what you're saying?
Like the first half, were you kind of like just more like,
Um, let's
you
see.
know,
Honestly, okay, so the first half, I'm like, yo, we're still gonna blow them out because I can see the clear advantage that we have, like inside. Like if we just threw the ball in the paint, we could have done a lot of early dirt, like and probably could have saved us a lot of stress. But I just wanted to see us shoot the ball a little bit with a little bit more focus and a little bit more selective shooting, like as far as what shots we took. Because yeah,
they seemed rushed. Like a
yeah,
lot of the threes that we shot seemed just rushed. But do
right.
you think that it seems like if they would have stopped and they would have just um
To
like
me, it gave me that feel like they were all sleep on the. It's like they had just got there and they were all like sleep on the bus, and then they just got up and started playing, or they didn't have a full practice like the day before. Maybe they didn't go as hard or shoot have as much shooting, or maybe they didn't have as long of a shoot around. But to me, it just seemed like I don't know. They were a little bit didn't get all the legs underneath their jump shots all the way early, which was no big deal. But they looked straight on line. And that's what that's what's funny. Like I studied how they were missing the shots. And a lot of them weren't completely off.
yeah.
But I just want to
There
see, a little better shot selection.
I just think that there were just too many rushes because you're sitting there like you've got a full shot clock. Wait for a better
Right.
shot. I think
And I feel like in the other team, I'm like, okay, they're a little bit undersized compared to us, but they did have a little bit of quickness, and I feel like they were going to try to beat us that way as far as the quickness and athletic ability. So we could have matched that times 10 as far as like taking the ball to the rack early, being aggressive.
oh,
And I feel like in the second half, that's the adjustment we made is just taking it to the rack. Colin Chandler on your head. You know what I mean? Otega Owe, off the glass. Um, Jasper Johnson, I seen a nice floater that he had. I was waiting for the floater from Jasper when he gets in the lane. I was waiting for that floater whenever the defender closes out on you. And I like to see Lamont Butler shoot that floater a little bit more often last year, but I seen it
yeah,
from Jasper early. I'm like, okay, he knows the deal. He's like, he put that touch on that thing, whew,
yeah.
dropped it.
What? what do you think about Pope saying he wants to see 30 to like 37 threes a game? I think that's unrealistic, and I think it's
I
putting
do.
too
I
much
honestly,
pressure. I think
yeah,
it's
yeah,
too much pressure and gonna make them rush shots. It's like, oh, we've got to get 37
yeah.
in. I think it's gonna make
I
them rush
agree.
their shots.
I agree with you 100%. I had that in mind too as well. Being mindful of how much emphasis he puts on the three, but at the same time, I feel like this is a squad where we may not need that many triples to get W's.
No. And my thoughts on the three pulling up, some people can just pull up and shoot it. I think that there's a lot, like I said, first of all, too many rush shots. But I think the best way that we're going to hit threes, this squad, in my opinion,
Hmm.
is to have Trent Noah or somebody, I don't care who it is, somebody get and backdoor come around, draw everybody into the paint in that area, and then dish it out to somebody where they have time to set up that shot.
Yeah, and that's what Jalen Owen and them they do so well is drive, draw, and dish the rock. The
Yes.
3D man, like Dickie V would say.
Yep.
Drive, draw, and dish. And you'll see how good Lowe. We seen how good Jalen Lowe was at how well he was at penetrating. And we
Right.
have some other guys that can do that too. I feel like Jasper's gonna do more of that as the season progresses. Denzel's already doing it, making that quick decision once they get to the lane. And like you said, just having somebody out there that can stroke the triple, being it on the wing or whether it be the corner or slicing and dicing to the rim, that once we get into that motion offense, um, and I do like the 4 and the 5 out. So I still do like that, but we don't have to shoot as many triples. I agree. I
No.
agree because the type of team we got Mo. He's a very athletic guy. He can get to the rim almost at will. And then we have so many other players like that. Otega Owe, and almost everybody else they can get to the cup.
Yeah. Peanut says the shots might be better looks when we run our offense for real. I don't think we're pulling out our sets yet.
I
Your
agree.
thoughts?
I agree. He has did a lot of free for all. He's done a lot of one on one. What can you do? How can you cook the man in front of you, and just make something happen? And I agree. Once we get more and deeper into the schedule, which that's getting ready to happen, there'll be more offensive sets ran. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think it's very very important, and I think it's something that's definitely going to come into play.
Yeah.
You
I
guys
mean,
hit
we
that
talking
like
Mark
button and
Pope here.
subscribed if you haven't. Hit the like button, subscribe, share it
Make
with all
sure
your
you
friends,
press
family, and
subscribe.
everybody.
It costs you nothing. BBN. We all family here. Hit the
That's right.
subscribe button.
That's right. So
Mhm.
subscribe. That way you won't miss the pre games because I mean the season has started. There's going to be so many pre games and post games and regular
You
shows, and
got a big
y'all
one
get
coming up.
y'all going to get to see me like 4 or 5 times a week.
Get used to.
Oh, and I'm going to the Louisville, Kentucky game.
Yeah,
So
tell
I'm
them about it. Talk
gonna
heavy.
try to do my live that night from the steps of the dumps. I mean Yum Center, the chicken bucket. So
Hey,
and I'm
that's
gonna
gonna be
try
brilliant.
talk to some people out on the street, some other Kentucky fans. So my live will be live and out there for the pregame.
Gonna be jumping.
Yeah, I'm excited. James says defense was great, and Pope said they have concentrated on defense in practice now. They need to work on offense this week. That would, I don't think they need to let up on working on the defense, but yes, they do need to.
And then I'm not gonna hold you. We've had so many roster changes as far as already these people getting injured and sitting out and things of that nature. It's hard to get working on offense whenever your personnel just keeps changing. But we're getting there.
Right, and it's going to take time, but we'll get it.
I hate to see Trent in that boot. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't think he was gonna have the boot on. I think he was gonna put the ice on, but maybe that's for more precaution. Uh,
right.
hopefully the kid's cool before the Louisville game, but it looks like we may not get to see Trent against the old faithful.
Yeah, Trent's not gonna. I don't see him playing.
Yeah, I hate that for the
Like,
kid, man. Because
yeah,
you know how it is being a Kentucky kid and just, you seen Trent in those pictures when he was a little kid.
right.
He's just been a part of the culture since he's been born, and he's dreaming of these moments to play against the cross state rivals, and hopefully he gets to. Hopefully he may get to. There's nothing torn or there's not a tear there. I don't believe there's nothing
No,
broke,
but
but I feel like it's gonna be swollen for
they're
sure.
saying 1 to 2 weeks. 1 week out will be the Louisville game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
I
And the
don't know.
Valparaiso game.
Well,
We'll be
that's
out
less
two
than
games.
a week. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying if they're saying a minimum, they're saying he'll be out 1 to 2 weeks. Minimum 1 week would be the Louisville game. Do you want to risk
Right.
it?
No. And I want to see him minimum, even if he does get into the Cardinals game. I just feel bad for him that he may not be able to participate. I feel like it's going to be tough for him.
He will next year because he'll be
Absolutely.
here next year. So I don't see him leaving. So um, we're gonna be okay because I really honestly I believe Jalen Lowe's gonna be back. Um, what's up, Vandy Chris? We love you. You know that. We're glad you're
What
always
up?
here
What
for
up?
us. But yeah, I want to win this. I want to. Oh well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, but I don't know. I hate that he's not going to play, but I don't want to risk anything. But Jalen will be back, and I honestly think there's a real good chance that JQ will play some minutes. For some reason, I have that in my head that JQ and we're
I'm
just
telling
not
you, me too.
but we're just not saying anything because why give them the heads up? Just
I'm
let him come out there in his sweats like he ain't gonna play, and then like sometime off the bench, all of a sudden, here he comes. I think it would just be like Louisville would just absolutely lose their mind because they won't know
I think,
what to do.
or how to guard him. But I won't prepare for him, right? But I will say this: I'm glad for the kids right now because back in the day, if this was all occurring, it wouldn't be as lucrative for them right now. But for the
Right.
players that are hurt, at least they're taken care of. You know what I mean, and they're appreciated to the utmost
Hmm.
while they're out now, rather them having to sit out without a dime in their pocket and having to worry about things of that nature. So
Right.
shout
And
out to
we
the
are
new
much
era.
yeah, right, exactly. We are much
Yeah,
better with Aberdeen, and I said that. I said he is a key component to this team. So,
absolutely. Yeah.
Vandy Chris, yeah, he knows ball. Says first time seeing Cash, do he know ball? Ha ha. Ha. Vandy Chris is a great guy. We love him. Uh,
Shout out to big
but
shout out
yeah,
to you, man.
I asked Cash to be on with me tonight. So, oh, Dougie has the
Yeah, hit
same
me with a
thoughts.
question. Yeah.
Dougie has the same thoughts that JQ might get some playing time. So yeah, okay. So I think Lowe will be back against Val, so he can get a game in before Loserville. Yes, for sure. I think he'll be back definitely.
Loserville. Throw your L's down.
Loserville. I actually have a shirt that says "Beat Loserville," and I'll probably wear it that night.
I got a buddy that's got a toilet and it has a cardinal right there where it flushes.
That is awesome.
That's the greatest toilet I've ever seen.
That is. That's so awesome. I'd hate to guess how much that cost to get, but that is great.
I don't know. It was in his basement also.
Oh no, that's awesome. Had to be a
Yeah,
Kentucky fan.
it was great.
That that's awesome. I can imagine walking into somebody's house and seeing that.
It was like just yeah, it was just random.
So, we've been on almost an hour. It's been a great show. I appreciate all of you being here. Shout out to Big Mike. Shout out to Jimmy. Hope he's, taking care of
Jimmy
business.
Jam, Big Mike, what up?
And BC, hope you're doing well. It was
You
great
see?
doing the post game
Yes.
with you. We love all you guys. Next time you see me will be the pregame show on Friday night at 6 Eastern, 5 Central. So be here before we take on Valparaiso and we'll talk about that. And Cash, thank you so much for being on here with me tonight. You know
No
I love
doubt.
you.
It's always fun to talk some hoops. Thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
No problem. Much love to you. And Big Blue Nation, we will see you on Friday. So go Big Blue.